Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Nick. This is my mom, Jen.
Hi, guys.
And we're back with Better Call Saul, Season 3, Episode 10, the finale.
Okay.
So last time, Jimmy was a bad person who ruined poor Irene's life by turning her friends against her. And it's like I say, in a show where people are murdered, that's like one of the worst things you've ever seen, just with how, like, you know, because, like, the elderly and like, say, kids or say like vulnerable groups and such, it's very easy just to,
of course,
you know.
Well, and he's messing with their lives, you know, just to get himself his money. I understand he needs the money, but
he's gone too far.
He's gone too far.
And you know, like, say, Howard sort of saw right through him. It's like talking to Gollum.
Yeah.
You know, then one hand out here. Like, yeah. So yeah, we had that. Chuck is willing to blow up HHM because Howard suggested that it might be best for him to retire, that his judgment is clouded.
Yeah.
Which Chuck proved by trying to blow up the firm.
And they were doing good here for, what, 3 seasons? They were sort of, you know, colleagues, and and Howard was doing everything for him.
Yes. But it's very much like, you know, because, like, he was his mentor. Howard sort of idolized him. Like you said, you're the greatest legal mind I've ever known. But it's very much getting into sort of like it's a broken pedestal, you know. You know, this person that you idolize is being like petty and just sort of flying off the cuff, you know, for selfish reasons. And then Nacho told his dad that Hector's going to come by the shop, and his dad basically disowned him. And we ended off with Kim.
Oh my God!
Crash.
An accident.
She fell asleep at the wheel.
Poor Kim.
Just taking on way too much. And
well, that's Jimmy's fault again.
Yeah.
It always comes back to Jimmy, hey?
You know, as much as I dislike him, Chuck was right back in, I think it was season 2, with the Davison Maine stuff, with the commercial, because he said, my brother's not a bad person, but other people have to clean up his mistakes. You know? So we're seeing a little bit more of that.
There's a lot of collateral damage around him.
Yes, very much. And, you know, like, I think I said before, but like Breaking Bad, when people made mistakes, like people were murdered and big things happened. But here it's often more like emotional consequences or like work related and, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of see how the season culminates here.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Oh, we're not back to the Kettlemans, are we?
No.
Saw the tent. Kind of miss Betsy a little bit.
She was fun.
Is she gonna be okay?
She'll be fine, Jimmy.
How do you know?
Oh.
Just listen. You'll see.
Is that Chuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so dark that she stumbled over the bushes and
Oh, girl. Oh, she broke her arm.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a mess. Oh, God.
Oh.
No. And it's all legal stuff, right? So you can't just leave it.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll give her a hug.
Yeah.
So much.
You're never going to get it all.
Get students to help you or something.
Yeah, the foam crew.
Yeah.
Lawsuits, threats, recriminations, expensive and extremely damaging for HHM's reputation. Not my first choice.
Notice how he's sitting by himself there.
There's no reason we can't put all this unpleasantness behind us. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
Just trying to strong arm him into...
Yeah.
Would you all give us the room for a moment?
Thank you.
Yeah. Be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. After everything I've done for you?
Yes.
All those years, we built this place together. And all that time, I've supported you, looked up to you, deferred to you.
Not anymore.
But you've let personal vendettas turn your focus away from what's best for HHM.
Yep.
The first instinct you have is to sue me?
Yeah.
To sue the firm? In what world is that anything but the deepest betrayal of everything we worked so hard?
Yeah.
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 What world is that anything but the deepest betrayal of our friendship?
Howard, I could argue that you're the one who betrayed me.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know it. Here, just take this.
$3 million.
The first of 3 payments as per the partnership agreement. This is mostly from my personal funds. And a few loans.
Wants to get him the hell out.
Yeah.
You're paying me out of your own pocket.
You won.
Yeah, Patrick Fabian is so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like he won't have to cry.
Yes. Ooh. Say bye-bye.
Everybody, thank you for gathering.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but our fearless leader, Charles McGill, will be leaving HHM, effective immediately. I wanted to take this moment to thank.
Whenever it's effective immediately. We wish them well in their future endeavors. Whenever we got those emails at work, it's like, oh.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Let's give him a hand.
Can walk away.
You brought this on yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe with his free time, he can go show dogs or something.
Maybe start a band.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Call it
Have all this free time.
call it Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Well played, Howard.
Yes.
Basically ruined himself
Yeah.
to do it, but
Yeah. But he'd rather do that than.
yeah, he was not having any of this shit.
Yeah. There you go. You better fix what you did now.
Mm.
He was looking after Kim, I think.
This one-handed crap is gonna get real old, real fast.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a righty.
Good old ibuprofen, which should take the edge off, or the proverbial good stuff.
The answer is always the good stuff.
Yeah, it's never.
Look, after everything, I don't give a shit about The Office.
He's just worried about her. Yeah.
Yeah, quite the scare.
Yeah.
I could have killed someone, Jimmy.
Yourself.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah.
All I can say is, I am gonna fix things.
He always saying that, eh? He's always gonna fix it. But it doesn't get fixed. Oh. Now what? Oh no, they're at his dad's shop. Oh.
Distro, make sure everything is clear.
Here's Papi.
And he'll see it as disrespect and. You made your choices long ago there, Nacho.
Yeah.
Este es mi papá Manuel, papá. Don Hector Salamanca.
Yeah, he knows who you are.
Yeah.
Relájate. Somos amigos.
You think money solves everything, eh? That's all that anybody wants is the money.
Mm-hmm.
Por favor. Váyase de mi taller.
Mi papá.
Yeah, get the out of my store.
Don Hector es muy generoso. No sea así respetuoso.
Oh my God. You can't even look here now.
Piensa en tía Rosa y las gemelas. La familia de mamá en Galeana.
Yeah, it's never just you.
They went to Hoffman, he took the money, but he hesitated. Even looking like you're doing the right thing to those two meant that he wasn't solid, that he couldn't be trusted.
I'd never forgive you for bringing that into my life.
I don't trust him.
It's like one of those damn pills.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, I talked with Colleen, and she said everyone's fine doing that meeting Monday. So, you know, that means we could still slide in, just under the deadline.
Francesca.
Yeah.
Found it.
What she's realizing?
You okay? I can always come back.
I'm gonna need you to cancel, Gatwood.
Oh, yeah. She's realizing.
Everything?
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
But first, could you give me a ride?
Miss Wexler sends her apologies.
Blockbuster!
Oh, my heart.
About this, but with her accent.
Oh, that was fun, remember?
Yeah.
Except you'd get there and go, oh, they're all out. Remember when a new one would come out, they would have so many covers for it?
Knight's Tale.
Oh. On the left there is that Tom Selleck on the blue?
Bottom left is Close Encounters.
Well, I will.
I think that's Blue Thunder over on the right.
Darkness Falls. You're not at Chuck's house, are you? Does he even know what went on?
No.
No.
He's been out of the loop for that.
Mm-hmm. What? Why are you going there? Oh, got music playing.
Mm-hmm. Fuse box is back to normal.
Yeah. Fridge is running. Yeah. Huh?
Just normal things, but here it's miraculous.
Yeah.
I always told you I'd get better. You just never believed me.
Something happened, and it made me think about what went down between you and me, and
reflecting and
maybe do some things differently. I just thought you should know that.
That you have regrets.
Yeah. Didn't quite come out right, I don't think.
There aren't that many of us McGills left, and I think we should stick together.
No. Why have regrets at all? What's the point? You're just going to keep hurting people.
That's not true.
Jimmy, this is what you do. You hurt people over and over and over, and then there's this show of remorse. If you're not going to change your behavior, and you won't...
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt everyone around you. You can't help it. So stop apologizing and accept it. Embrace it. Frankly, I'd have more respect for you if you did. I don't want to hurt your feelings. But the truth is, you've never mattered all that much to me.
Oh, boy. He mattered more than that.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's just trying to hurt him now. Turn around and walk out, man. Writing down all his feelings and episodes and whatnot.
Yeah, like what triggers an episode or...
Uh-oh. Starting again? Yeah, if you don't have anything else to think about or you can fixate on the wrong things, hey?
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh, Irene.
Yeah.
Now, have you given any thought to how you want to spend that settlement money? Alaskan cruise. You can walk on a glacier under the Aurora Borealis.
Oh.
Fix this, Jimmy.
They must be excited about the settlement, though, right?
He thought it would all be fine after. Yeah.
Yeah.
She showed her true colors.
When it came to that settlement, we were the furthest things from her mind.
It just took her a bit to
Ladies, you have been friends for 20 years. What has gotten into you?
Yeah.
They all look up at Cam.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help but blame myself.
You were just trying to help.
She doesn't deserve you.
No, she doesn't.
Train in the mall. Oh boy.
Yes, I've shut off all the breakers. Well, I want you to send someone over to find it and disconnect it. Right.
They're like, what? What's it gonna end up being?
Hard to
Like a
say.
smoke detector or an alarm or something, or
House that big? It'll take a while to check.
yeah. Oh, good Lord. Going off the deep end here, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anything with a light bulb you could unplug.
Yeah.
Mind you, the ceiling ones, I guess you can't. But how long till it's Wednesday?
Yes, hello. This is Charles McGill. I have a 3 o'clock with Dr. Cruz today. Yes. Well, would you tell her that something's come up and I'm not able to come in today?
The phone. It's using power. Do phones use power or just the phone line?
I think
Maybe
the
just the phone line.
Phone line, yeah.
Well, he'll be back to his tinfoil suit self in no time here.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like his doctor told him not to push it too hard.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's basically the polar opposite from when Jimmy came earlier, or the day before, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I like to think that what he said to Jimmy affected him, you know, even if he won't
that's what I'm
admit
thinking.
it.
That kicked this off worse again.
Yeah.
Because even though he would never say that probably, but
Yeah. Oh, God.
oh boy. Oh God. Fixated. He's screwing up the resale of this house here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much happened to him. This is his flipping out stage of all that stress stuff.
Yeah. Seeing someone crash out like this is
Yeah.
never fun.
No.
It's like that scene in The Whale. Remember when he just like ate everything in his fridge?
God,
And,
yeah.
you know, seeing someone like just self-destruct and give in to the demon.
Yeah. And it's because your brain goes there, right? You have no control of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do sort of, but
But like you say, if, you know, he has nothing else to focus on, like he has
That's
no
right.
work,
yeah. Yeah.
no wife, nothing else to fulfill
He
him.
just ended his relationship with his brother, and I assume this was a real house that they're using, so they have to do a lot of repairs.
Yeah.
Did you find it? His nemesis. Oh! Okay.
Well, the city will definitely know about that.
Yeah, they'll have something to say about that. Oh, where are we? Oh, Nacho with a gun. Oh, he thinks he can just take him out here, eh? How does he end up in a wheelchair?
Yep.
But the other thing is them showing what he's, you know, what he's like. It's all the more sweeter when he does, remembering how he died.
Yeah. Well, and that he spends
God.
the rest of his years as a vegetable. And
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because he thinks if he can just take him out this way and leave, nobody would ever know, right? It was one of his own guys.
yeah. You know, we talk about Jimmy making poor decisions and the consequences, and
Yeah.
this is another side of that.
Yeah. Oh, coming up behind you.
You got my message?
Yeah.
They're coming.
Who's coming? Gus and his Victor? There's just two of them? Oh, yeah, okay, it is. That's not Victor, though.
No, that's Bolsa.
From now on, there will be only one route over the border for our product. You have to work together. It's what the boss wants. The boss can suck me. You should be kissing my ass right now. Me and my family, we built this whole business. We all did together. No! Salamanca did. Salamanca money. Salamanca blood. You have to calm down. That hacienda I pay for.
He's gonna have a stroke or something.
Dogs! Hector, this isn't personal. It is! It is personal!
There we go. I don't do that for anybody else.
Yep. Ah, shit.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't think that's how the meeting went.
Stash the guns! You should not be here when they arrive. No te mueros, cabrón.
Outside a garage at the corner of that.
Nacho, pick up the pills.
Yep.
Having a heart attack.
No te mueros, cabrón.
And he could have left him there. That would have been okay.
Yeah.
Has he got the other ones in his pocket? And strewed them around on the ground.
And was he taking any medications?
He took these.
Thanks.
How's Relaxathon 2003?
We could just watch To Kill a Mockingbird again.
Again?
Yeah, I watched it this morning. It was my favorite when I was a kid. I loved Atticus.
I've never seen that.
I saw it once in school.
Did you? Yeah.
I wasn't in love with him. Well, a little, but no, I wanted to be him.
Gregory Peck.
I sent muffin baskets to the gals. I signed them from her.
Nice.
They saw right through it. Oh, Jimmy, you're too nice. Jimmy, she doesn't deserve you. The more...
Sounds like you've exhausted all your options. I mean, if muffin baskets don't solve it.
I'm not good at building shit. You know, I'm excellent at tearing it down.
You know, sometimes you gotta play to your strengths.
You should stitch that on a pillow.
Okay, you have to get them all to be against you.
You figured it out?
But I really, really don't want to do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hello.
That just kills me.
And cat.
Mr. McGill?
Aaron Brill, you're just in time.
Oh,
good old Aaron.
Yeah.
I had to practically drag the information out of her that you filled her head and all of her friends' heads with lies. You took advantage of poor Mrs. Landry. Does she know how much money you're gonna make from this?
Yeah.
So what?
These people trusted you, Jimmy.
Do you have any idea how much time?
Yeah, that's the only way it would work.
If the only thing standing between me and $1 million is some old lady's tears, then I suggest invest.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Boo and who? Besides, not like she's got that much time left.
Oh, my God, Jimmy. He knew it was on, though. Yeah.
Come on, girls. Shame on you.
Had to be done.
Yeah.
But that kind
And he's
of...
not lying at all, so.
No. And that kind of puts a nice little bookend on his whole career as
Sandpiper.
elder law. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
Like a charm, yeah.
she'll go back on the settlement.
Well done in there.
I meant every word I said.
Yeah.
You got the address?
Yep.
Okay, I'll meet you guys there in about an hour. We'll unload.
Sounds good.
See what his shirt says?
American Samoa.
Law school, yeah.
Yep. Go land crabs.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we ever get another office up, you'd be our first call.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It was a nice dream.
Yeah.
Hey, why'd you do that?
Because no seniors come within 20 feet of me ever again. I'm gonna need a whole new business model when I get my license back. Kim, it's pointless.
You never know. We'll get another.
It's just a starter wall. Oh. I'll miss the glass block
Yeah.
scenes. Oh my God. Is this Chuck's house?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Right off the deep end.
Yeah.
Is he kicking something? You're looking a little rough, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
And he's got nobody to help him anymore because he pissed everybody off and
Yep.
even took apart the dryer. Oh. What's with the kicking, though? Oh, that's going to tip over and start a fire. Maybe that's what he's doing. Is he? He is. Oh my God. He's just trying to kill himself. Oh. Oh no. Wow.
So passes Charles McGill.
Oh. Not sure why I'm teary. Wow. That was something.
Yeah.
But he reached the end. I mean,
he really did. You know, losing the firm and
oh boy,
saying what he did to Jimmy, basically just destroying his last relationship.
Yes, and then he had nobody left to help him because they were all enabling him, right?
To a certain degree, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was improving, but you know, like but like Dr. Cruz said, he was going too hard,
Yeah,
too fast.
Yeah. And even if he kept on the same trajectory, what happened at the firm, that was everything. I mean, that law firm, right?
Yeah.
And then with Jimmy, and then saying that to him, and wow.
You know, like,
okay,
as a person, I was never a fan of Chuck because he was very sanctimonious and condescending and, you know, like sabotaging his brother's career.
Yeah.
And, you know,
but I feel sorry for him.
Like, his struggle with his condition was the most sympathetic thing about him, you know, because even if it's just a mental condition, you know, him struggling to sort of rebuild his life, you know, like he made some heroic strides, you know, to improve himself.
Yeah.
And to see him, you know, just burn out and just like, you know, indulge in like his brain's worst like instinct is, in a way, is nothing short of tragic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Because just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you want to see them go out like that, right?
No.
I mean, he just lost his grip on reality there at the end.
Yeah.
Once he started ripping holes in the wall and...
Because he was always like hearing something and seeing things. And...
yeah. It wouldn't matter even if they found something. He'd still hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. But just
boy, what a way to end, though. Jesus.
Oh, but I mean,
That's
Michael...
a stupid lamp in the end of it all, eh?
Well, and we opened, you know, with him reading Jimmy from that Mabel book.
Yeah.
You know, with them as kids, you know, camping out with that lantern in the backyard and...
Yeah.
You know, just...
Oh, is this going to put Jimmy over the edge? I mean... you know, he's already on doing what he's doing, but
to have like that be the last time you ever spoke to your brother,
especially because he always tried so much, right? Even though, you know, Chuck kept telling him I hate you and whatever, he still kept trying to be with him, look after him. And
every time he interacted with Chuck, you could really see the little boy looking up to his older brother.
Oh yeah,
wanting his approval and wanting to help him, and
wanting it to be a better relationship than it was, right?
Yeah,
and you can't go back and change those things when you're adults. But yeah, you could see that always, that he was trying to make it what that relationship was when they were kids.
And in a way, you could kind of use you could recontextualize a lot of Saul and his relationship with Walt in Breaking Bad, because like I said, Walt and Chuck are kind of cut from a similar cloth, you know.
Yeah.
But like there were moments in Breaking Bad when Saul would do something and he's like, "Oh, come on, can I get an attaboy?" Like,
yeah.
Much of his interactions with Walt, he was sort of replicating the relationship with Chuck,
an older brother thing,
with an older, you know, sort of very educated man,
yeah,
who he was always trying to impress in a way.
Yeah. True.
You know, but I mean, you know, Michael McKean, you know, what a fantastic job he did.
Yes, yeah.
Because love him or hate him, Chuck he was not a good or bad person. He was a complicated person.
Yes. As they all are. We've talked about this several times, right?
Yeah.
These are all flawed human beings, and, you know, some in different ways than others. I mean, you know, with the drug people, it's the drug stuff and that side of it. And with Chuck, it was, you know, normal stuff that.
And, you know, now that I've seen it, I can also draw a parallel to Livia Soprano, because that was another, partially because the actor died in real life, but like a foundational character to the show who, even though the characters killed off, their impact is felt throughout the rest of the franchise in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like her relationship, like she made Tony the monster that he was. And, you know, Chuck and his relationship with Jimmy sort of helped kind of, because we know that Jimmy eventually becomes Saul Goodman.
Yes.
We know that, you know, he gives into his worst impulses and he becomes what Chuck was afraid he would be. So, you know, in a way you could say Chuck was right.
Well, yeah.
But like you know, I always sort of try to think like, okay, if Chuck, let's say, never interfered, if he never did anything, if he was always on good terms, you know, could Jimmy have become Saul on his own? It's entirely possible.
Yeah, that's right.
But one thing that is certain is that regularly like antagonizing him and looking down on him and entrapping him the way he did with the tape recorder plot nudged him and pushed him into that path. Because Saul Goodman, you know, makes a mockery of the law that Chuck held to such a reference
and I think
standard.
even before that, right, when they were growing up, it was, you know, I think like he said his dad was a real soft touch.
Yeah.
And Chuck always just saw the other side of, you know, the wrong side of things, that Jimmy must have been responsible for this, that, the other thing all the time, right?
But in a way, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh, of course,
you know?
yeah. If people say that about you and think that about you, well, I might as well be that.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, if you, like say, Chuck, you know, held the law to such a high standard, and it's like, in a way, any sort of bad memories of your brother, you would want to, like, to get back at him. The best way is to, you know, do stuff with the law and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, love him or hate him, it is nothing short of a tragedy. You know? And like, just like the look of like resignation and despair in his face, like,
well, because he didn't see how else you've pushed away everybody that might help you now, and
and it's just haunting.
You've let your own mind
and I think I read that like they spent a good 2 or 3 days just filming Michael McKean tearing down the set by himself, and because it was all him, you know, it was just all it convincingly looks like he's having a breakdown.
And he never talked the whole time. Like, you think people would be going, damn it, where is it, or something, and he never did any of that. He just was focused and
so
well, Howard doesn't have to pay him anymore, I guess.
No, but, you know, also think about how he's going to feel, you know, because, like, despite how it ended, and likely, let's say, would have destroyed their friendship, you know, it's like someone who was that important in your life.
Yeah.
But you know, so like that, you know, like say a core part of the show, we sort of closed that chapter. So we had, you know, that going on. Kim is thankfully taking a break from everything.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Just, you know, take a beat, you know.
Yeah, and they gave up their place.
Yeah. And
all
then
the dreams there.
And then Nacho, the pills sort of came to fruition here.
Yeah, is this how he ends up?
Because like he was, you know, like that much, like, you know, the pills like making your heart condition worse.
Yeah.
But also being like that angry, having like that much stress, you know, can trigger a heart attack or a stroke or something.
Yeah.
But then, like, I love how the Gus immediately tried to, like you know, CPR and everything, and they didn't show it, but I believe the translation of what he was saying is, "Don't die, you bastard."
Yeah.
He wants him to suffer.
Yes.
Like, don't get away from me.
Yeah, that's right.
But then when he was handing the pills over to the EMT, Gus was looking real close at.
Well, yeah, but I don't know why.
Well,
I mean, you could see what Hector did. He got himself into a state there.
That, but also if you happen to maybe like see Nacho picking up the pills, maybe you would just think of something.
Well,
so
I'll see, I guess. Yeah.
But it's a running theme with Nacho, because like, you know, like he was with Tuco, he was his friend, right hand man, tried to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Tuco went away, and then Hector came in. Like it gets steadily worse for him in a way.
Yes,
like, you know, because he's sort of, you know, trapped in this life. He's made his own choices, but he's trapped. And everything he tries to do to make it better
makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was season 3.
Yeah. Well, and Jimmy had to give up the old folks. Hey. Yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, like it was, you know.
I mean, he was only being nice to them in the beginning anyway, just for the business and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's good at that because he's charming and everything else, and you know,
like good for the business to facilitate the relationship, but also I think like, you know, he really did sort of find his calling in a way because like he did seem to care about
he's
them.
good with them and stuff, but really it was always just for the work and the money stuff.
Well,
right?
that too, but also like it's funny because like when you start watching the show, like because Saul Goodman was a standout character in Breaking Bad. He was like comedic relief, and he was really a real fun presence. And then we start here with he's Jimmy McGill.
Yeah.
We think I can't wait to see him turn into Saul. But the more we see of Jimmy McGill and we learn who the kind of person he was, the more sad you get that he became Saul Goodman.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because like the Jimmy of season 1, you know, was someone willing to like fight for his clients, and it was just a much better person because he was able to sort of like tamp down his own worst impulses. But now after everything that's happened, you know, that's part of the tragedy too. You know, Chuck, as we see, his life ends completely.
Yeah.
But like Jimmy sort of suffers kind of like the death of like who he was, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed as well. You know, R.I.P. Charles McGill. You were, you know, a complicated character, but Michael McKean played him to perfection.
Unforgettable, yeah.
Unforgettable, yeah. So yeah, if you want to watch the full length of our reaction, I'll put a link down to our Patreon below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, that's all we have for you now. So we will see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.